Abby,
And I'm Kai.
and we're going to be talking about Anton Gaudi today. To start off some background, Gaudi was born in provincial Catalonia on the Mediterranean coast of Spain. Coming from a humble home and origins, he was the son of a coppersmith who lived with him, he lived with his father later in life, along with one of his nieces. He never married, but showed early interest in architecture as a child, up until his adult years. And when he was in school, he went to school in 1869 to 1870 to study in Barcelona, where then he was the political and which was then the political and intellectual center of Catalonia, as well as Spain's most modern city. 8 years after Gaudi graduated, his graduation was late due to his studies having been interrupted by military service and other activities throughout his life. So, some of his contributions to society, Gaudi was an exceptional and outstandingly creative contribution to the architectural heritage of modern times. His work was rooted in the particular character of the period, from traditional Catalonian patriotic sources to the technical and scientific progress of the modern industry. Gaudi's work is also a reflection of all these different facets of society and has unique character. In fact, some of his works are particularly associated with the modernism, which is the historiographic denomination given to an art and literature movement associated with the area. And because of this, Gaudi is known to be one of the best and most representative of the modernista architects. His work is also considered to be an exceptional and creative synthesis of the several 19th century artistic schools, and is directly associated with the highest point of development and the culture of Catalonia. And he's also prestiged and influenced by many forms and techniques in the 20th century modernism.
So Gaudi's impact on culture is that he is one of the most well-known architects of the Modernisme movement of art that was centered in Catalonia and Barcelona in particular. Modernisme has a strong sense of pride for Catalonia. They have tendencies of independence and want to get away from Spain, so their art reflects that. Gaudi's work sets itself apart from the movement due to its organic form and how it has more curvature to it. Gaudi was also a devoted Catholic and tried to include his faith in his projects. The Sagrada Familia is one of his most prized and worked on works of art that he's been lucky enough to receive as a commission. And he did this in a period where atheism was on a rise, and he went to the point that he would harass some of his workers for going to nightclubs that he deemed sinful. His work today, Sagrada Familia, is still under construction. It's been under construction since 1912, and it's had a few times where it stopped construction, such as Gaudi's death in 1926, and times when they ran out of funding for it. It's still under construction today, and it's still going to be worked on because they don't know when they're going to finish it. Many of his buildings are tourist attractions. Many of them are part of the World Cultural Heritage Site list by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization.
And that's our citation.